Chord Etude is a close cousin of both chord progression on page 46 and etude on page 47. In Chord Etude on page 48, both broken and blocked chords are used and the hand shifts are plentiful. Since this piece is an etude, the technical challenge lies in alternating between the two chord styles, broken and blocked, and also the use of staccato, which is a new technique for us. Now, staccato playing involves using your hands and your wrist to shorten the notes and get off the keys, almost like they feel hot and you can't stay for very long without your fingers getting burned. Try a few random chords using a wrist bounce technique. Something like that. And you want to have a very flexible wrist and almost bounce away from the key as if you're bouncing a basketball or rebounding with a ball. Here's a piece where staccato touch is very clear. How about that for a bouncy wrist staccato style? Notice how lighthearted the music sounds from that flexibility the music gets from the loose wrist. Now, let's proceed with our study of the chord etude. We'll look at the rhythm first. Here is the quarter note. It's a blocked chord for the left hand, followed by a broken chord going up for the right hand, and then two more block chords and the same broken chord with the right hand. Our counting has to sound something like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And notice the rest there. Here's how it sounds. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And notice the push off for the staccato. The next two measures are identical to the first two, except we're going to move to the F position. Listen. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. The next two measures are again identical with the rhythm, except we're going to move to the G position for one measure and notice the broken chord goes down. Listen, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next measure, we're going to step down to the F, but notice the repetition from the earlier measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to C, and notice how similar the last two measures look to the first two, except the final broken chord goes down for a little more sense of finality. Listen, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, as you change hand positions, notice that a rest is always included to make that shifting easier. Let's take a look. Quarter rests are indicated in measure 2, measure 4, measure 5, and again in measure 6. So all of these rests are built right into the rhythm to help you to shift and not feel too rushed. Listen, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Rest. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. 1 and 3 and rest. 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. Rest. And so forth. Now, the best way to practice at first is hands alone. This is the best way to process and absorb all the hand shifts. And notice the direction up or down on those broken chords. Let's check out the left hand first. we would simply play quarter note chords on beat 1 and 4, and there are 2 rests on beat 2 and 3, and this is just 1 chord and you're off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, 3, going down, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice the push off. Here's the look of the right hand. It has rests on beats 1 and 4, and the notes actually come on 2 and 3. 2 and 3, every measure like that. Let's watch what's going on here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, rest. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, going down, rest, rest, going down, rest, rest, going up, rest, rest, going down. And you can kind of sing little things like that to keep your brain on track with the direction. All right, as soon as you are comfortable playing the hands separately, try putting them together, kind of like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, up to G. 5, 3, 1, rest, F. 5, 3, 1, rest, C. 1, 3, 5. 5, 3, 1. And of course you figured out by now that when the broken chord goes up, we're using 1, 3, 5. When the broken chord goes down, it's 5, 3, 1, the fingers in reverse. Now, after a few times, you might want to increase the tempo to give the music a little livelier sound. Let's see what we think about this tempo. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. Rest. 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 Did that kind of put a little more burst of energy into the music? I think so. Enjoy this spirited etude and take the challenge to develop your chord playing technique. All the best.